I mean, at this point, all you can do is really focus on yourself. I mean, Gunner and Jordan are both really good players, and you kind of just got to do whatever I can every day to just focus on myself and get better every day.
How's the competition helped you become better?
Competition brings out the best in everybody. If people are playing better around you, I mean, it makes you a better player naturally. So, I mean, I love it. It's made me a lot better.
Where's your comfort level with the offense compared to, let's say, I don't know, March 15th or something?
Way more comfortable with the offense. I feel like I could get on the board and teach our receivers every play we have in the system right now.
And how did you get to that point?
You got to just, at night, I would try to just drop plays on the whiteboard and go through the call sheets that we had in the spring and just get comfortable with what coach is trying to do with our offense.
I like this group because we have depth now. Everyone could be a one. Like Malik Reed, he's right behind me. He could be a one. He has explosiveness just like me. He's talented. Kenny, he's just came in right away and just already started making plays and play around practices. And Jerry, he's just, we don't have no pads on yet, so I haven't seen him really go downhill or anything yet, but we're going to find out.
In terms of kind of what you guys are going to be tasked with doing, you're going to be a big part of this defense. How important is it for you guys to, hit the ground running once camp hits, and for you guys to start really working together and coming together, these next couple weeks?
Coach Brown emphasizes that no one's waiting on us. So we understand that going into fall camp. We understood that going into spring ball. So our mindset is pretty much as personal. We're trying to win Pac-12 South.
The recovery process has been tough. This is my second injury, the second time on this foot. So just knowing what it was like before and knowing what I could push my limitations to now, it's just challenging mentally and just physically on your body, just because you know that you can only do so much so fast. So it's just a patient process.
Do you know how it happened?
Yeah, so it's just basically the injury that I have is just a wear and tear injury. It's a Jones fracture, so it's a lot of pressure on my foot. So just basically everyday route running and planning and pressure on your foot just cause it to break. I broke it on the deep pass in the spring game. I actually broke it mid-route on my double move. So when I planted my foot to make my double move, it broke, and I saw the ball thrown, so I just kept running.
So like you felt it then? And
I felt it pop.
You were
yes,
like,
sir.
okay, this is it.
Yeah, I felt it pop, and I was like, so I was feeling it kind of during the week, but I've always felt it's always been sore. So I felt it during the week, and then during the game, I felt it pop, and I knew it was broken. And when I caught the ball, I just laid down.
What was the biggest thing you took away, whether it's for yourself personally, about the game, just from taking some time away last year?
I got to sit back and watch some football games, like watch not only my team, but opponent, and see other D linemen and O linemen. And because I've only been playing the D line officially for about three to 4 years now, and I got to sit down and watch some of their steps, rhythm, watch the NFL guys as well. So I just feel like I was more of a student of the game and soaking up a lot of knowledge.
When I talk to different players about what they're noticing from last year to this year, maybe last couple years to this year, this new staff, the word care comes up a lot. They care. How important is that to you guys to know that your coaching staff cares about you guys individually?
Yeah, it's big. It makes you want to go out and do everything you can to win the game. No, we're doing that on our own, but it's a different kind of bond. And when your coach is telling you the truth and cares about you and your future and is speaking about you about your future, so it's a big bonus.
What does this mean for you to grow up in this community and now have this opportunity?
I mean, it's big time for me knowing that, like, when I was little, I played on the field, so it's kind of like, it's like a dream come true to me, really. I mean, being a Tucson local, kind of to help out the community and do some big stuff in Tucson from a Tucson aspect, it's like just amazing.
As you now take a look back, how are you feeling right now about just kind of your decision to pick this school and play for this team?
Yeah, the football part has been amazing. I have nothing but great things about the football part, but it was more in the summertime, just being in Tucson and just getting around. And I think it's been a great fit for me. I think the people here are really dope, the coaches, the players. I just think it's a great environment for me. So,
what are some things that you really notice that are going to help you guys as you head into the season, head into camp?
Yeah, I think our relationships with the players, like, I'm friends with everybody in here. We're all really close. So I think just a bond like that going into camp will just make us play harder on day 13 when we're all tired. So just little things like that is really bringing us together.
When Coach Fish and Coach Powell, initially got hired, I was talking to them on the phone, and they were talking about how they're going to do with the tight end, all this. And I'm like, okay, I've heard that the last 3 years, hasn't really panned out. And really started when in spring practice hit. I'm like, okay, like this is for real. Like one tight end, 2 tight end sets every play. I couldn't be more excited to what we're gonna do in that position room this year.
And then you, Stacy, as well as the other tight end. How do you guys complement each other, and what was spring ball like for you guys?
It was awesome. Stacy, Alex Lines, Zach Williams, those guys. I think we all bring something special to the table, and we're all going to be getting reps this year in games, in meaningful snaps. So it's been awesome to work with those guys. And Stacy, I love Stacy. He's my locker mate. We get along really well, and I think that we could be a really cool one-two punch duo this year. So
how does this scheme fit you and your skill set?
Very well, because I feel like I'm a very versatile player, and I can do it all. So I feel like I can't ask for much more. Coach Brown, that's the first thing he told us when we met him, January. If you playing for me, you're gonna run to the ball, and I respect it. So once you run to the ball, good things happen. So
What made you kind of decide I want to be here and finish my career here?
Well, I didn't know what I was gonna do, to be honest. When Fish was hired, I got really excited because who he hired after that, and just how everything fell together, just really made me excited for another opportunity here to play under a great head coach and a bunch of other good coaches. So really it was the coaching that made me want to come back, and I just wanted it was just another opportunity to take another year for me. So I was really grateful to have another opportunity to play another year, and I wanted a full season. We played like 5-6 games last year, so it was just tough. Wanted to play a full season, especially with this staff.
So Kyon, you're one of the guys that stuck around and didn't transfer out. What was it about this coaching staff that made you want to stay?
Just after seeing Coach Huntley come in, obviously he's a Hall of Famer, and Coach Cecil sticking around, they have a lot of knowledge to give us. So that's what I love about it. And seeing Coach Brown come in the past he's had with the defenses, with the #1 defenses at Michigan and stuff like that, I was excited to get to work with him.
When you look at your position group, Coach Huntley was saying it's a veteran group. It's had a lot of experience. How much does that help the defense, having a defensive line that's been through the grind?
Oh, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. We got a lot of leaders on the defense. So every day they just come in, we push each other. If somebody messes up, then we're on them. We push them to get better. Especially the young guys that just came in, we just make sure they know their plays and what they should look for in different offices.
Not only did you come back, but Jamarye Jr. came back as well, and you have 2 receivers from Tucson. How prideful are you guys that you're the Tucson guys in the receiving corps?
We're very prideful. Growing up, we played together, and it's always been our dream to put on the Wildcat uniform. So we take a lot of pride into it, and we work like it's our last day every day, but it feels like we're in Pop Warner again whenever we play together.
If you had to describe the receiving corps in a couple words, what would those words be?
Fast, electric, and disciplined.
Coach Cummings mentioned that it's a pretty versatile group. You got size, you got speed. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, we got Booby, we got Jalen, we got Majon coming back. We got some big players, and then we also have fast dudes like Tavian. We have quick dudes like BJ, me. We have Jay Mitch. We have a bunch of players, and we're all pretty strong in the weight room. Jamarye could bench 405 pounds. A couple of people are pushing over 315, so we're strong, fast, tall, physical, whatever you want, we got it.
Don Brown's system's known as a blitz-happy defense. Does that excite the defense, getting after the quarterback?
Yes, it's a very aggressive system, and so we're ready and we're all excited.
Coach Huntley was mentioning that the defensive line has a lot of numbers on it. It has a lot of, veteran leadership. How important is that, and what's another thing that sticks out to you about the D-line?
I think that's big to have veteran leadership. Everybody has to hold each other accountable at the end of the day, and being able to have people who've been in the games and know what it takes is important.
I know for me personally, the big thing in the spring was the deep ball, right? Everybody was saying I kept overthrowing a bunch of deep balls. So just getting to be in here in the indoor facility and just get a ton of reps, ton of timing reps with the receivers has been huge. And then the workouts and the weight room and the runs that we've been doing that Coach Owens and the whole strength staff has put us through have been great. So I know the whole team is that we're bigger, we're faster, we're stronger than we were in the spring. And so I'm excited to see how that translates on the field in a couple days.
So what do you want to do in your were 33% to try to open eyes?
Yeah, no, I think just being the most consistent every day. Just go out there and just be the best player I can be a good teammate, be a good leader, and then I think the chips will fall where they will if I can do that.
What goes into developing chemistry with your receiving core?
Like I said, just a ton of reps. I can't even tell you how many routes we've ran this off season, and we get to do our player run practices, and we get to do a ton of stuff with that. So getting the timing and then just the chemistry, just getting to know their personality, getting to know how to talk to them after a play, stuff like that. So just the amount of time we've been able to spend together this off season will be huge for us.
Met Coach Fish, great person. Stuck with it, And one thing that I also mentioned earlier, I kind of like start where I finish. That's just like kind of a promise that I made to myself.
What was it about his personality that made you want to stick around here?
Like just the way he carries himself. Very caring. I trust him.
You and Isaiah seem to be two pretty big pieces for the defense this season. How are you guys similar and how are you guys different? How do you guys play off of each other?
I'll say Rut is a little bit more faster, and I'm a little bit more aggressive.
What's that relationship like? How's that developing?
Good, I reached out to him actually, like when he committed, so got a chance to speak with him. And we just connected as soon as he stepped on campus.